The posterior lumbar interbody fusion, or PLIF procedure, has always required great skill. The specialized instruments used in this procedure must be both safe and efficient. Now, thanks to Meditech advisors and surgeon innovation, a new instrumentation system is available that maximizes patient safety while simplifying the procedure. Introducing the monorail PLIF system, a new instrumentation system for interbody fusions. The monorail PLIF system was designed to help the surgeon deliver an interbody implant under highly controlled conditions. This is made possible by a unique monorail distraction instrument and delivery system that simplifies and streamlines the procedure while maximizing patient safety. The monorail distractor incorporates a unique open rail that accepts the various instruments used in the procedure while distracting the vertebral bodies and protecting the neural structures. It does this while minimizing the amount of bony resection and maximizing vertebral distraction. The chisel addresses real patient anatomy with its concave cutting tips. This design ensures proper end plate preparation before impaction of the implant. The monorail PLIF system incorporates a unique implant design. The implant mimics the vertebral body shape, medial to lateral, while providing maximum surface area for bony ingrowth. Its shape also contours the concave end plate with stepped edges to resist pullout. The monorail PLIF implant is provided in titanium, radiolucent, and biological materials. Proper care should be used when positioning the patient. Maintain proper lordosis as well as proper chest and leg positioning. This will help reduce any abdominal compression. Once the appropriate anesthesia is administered, the skin can be incised at or above the level to be fused. After the paravertebral muscles are retracted, bilateral laminotomies are performed to expose the diseased disc space in order to accommodate the monorail distractor. The surgeon can choose to remove the spinous process or leave it intact. If removed, this is a good source of graft material once it has been morselized. Additional decompression, if needed, can be performed at this time. Once the bony resection has been performed, the nerve roots above and below, along with the dura, should be identified. As with any PLIF technique, these neural elements should be protected during the entire procedure. Once identified and carefully retracted, an initial discectomy can be performed on one side. A complete discectomy can be performed on the contralateral side now, or before the second implant is inserted into the disc space. It is now time for the insertion of the monorail distractor. Pre-operative planning is especially important to help determine the proper channel size to be used. If needed, the monorail distractor can be impacted into the disc space. At this point, distraction of the disc space can be achieved by rotating the distractor 90 degrees so that the opening of the monorail is lateral to midline. Sequential distractors can be inserted until the pre-diseased disc height or posterior tension is achieved. If there is severe collapse of the disc space, further distraction can be achieved through small distraction plugs or pedicle screw distraction. The chisel was designed to mimic the patient's end plate anatomy. Since most vertebral body end plates are slightly concave, the chisel was designed to optimize the preparation of the end plate. The unique monorail serves two purposes at this point. One, it protects the dura from sharp instruments, and two, its external rail accepts the instruments necessary to prepare the end plates. The chisel has a corresponding open dovetail that allows it to slide down the monorail distractor. At this point, the chisel can be impacted into the disc space. It is important to impact the chisel to the appropriate depth in order to countersink the implant 3 to 4 millimeters. The chisel has a positive stop and laser-etched markings to safeguard from over-impaction. The slap hammer can be inserted on the chisel to remove it. Since it is oversized by 0.5 millimeters, the chisel will remove approximately 0.25 millimeters of end plate on each side. Alternatively, the monorail distractor decorticator can be used to help prepare the end plates for the interbody implant. It looks and acts like the distraction instrument, but it incorporates cutting edges to help decorticate the end plates. It can be used in place of the standard monorail distractor and chisel, or it can be utilized by itself. Any residual disc material should be removed to help ensure the best possible fusion. Once the appropriate size implant is chosen, the implant can be threaded onto the insertion instrument and filled with graft material. Notice how the implant has the corresponding open dovetail configuration to mate up with the monorail system. The implant is slid down the rail and impacted into the disc space, remembering to countersink the implant 3 to 4 millimeters. When the implant position is verified visually and radiographically, the insertion instrument and channel can be removed. Graft material can be placed in and medial to the implant. This ensures a good chance of fusion. Now the same steps are completed on the contralateral side. The monorail PLIF system was designed to give the surgeon optimal placement and delivery of the interbody implant while minimizing the steps and instruments involved. The unique chisel and implant were designed to fit true patient anatomy. When these elements are combined, the monorail PLIF system is an ideal method for implanting interbody fusion devices. For a demonstration, please contact your local sales professional.